On my way to the barn, obviously stopped at Starbucks and they're down to one espresso machine on a Saturday at 9 a.m. It's not going over well with the patrons, I can tell you that. Listen, it happens. What are you going to do? I just said, hey, just get mine ready when you can. I'll come back in a few minutes and grab them. Just a gloomy day. I hope it's not like this in Corbin. I haven't checked the weather yet, but whoo, that would suck. It's going to be a little bit of a muddy day, obviously, all day long. We have 2 horses to race tonight, and then I'm off to Corbin. I'm torn. Do I drive down to Columbus, stay the night there, and just drive the 2 or 3 hours to Corbin, or do I leave here tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning and get there at 1? I'll work on that. I'll work on that over the next little bit. So yesterday, I did a video yesterday afternoon about what was going on with the horses yesterday. We talked about JK Mickey Mantle. I thought he raced great. Talked about Delicious Stone. In fact, he did show a little bit of blood and some mucus. So there's some stuff to work on. Still, that whole chicken and the egg thing, what caused this? What came first? I don't think his feet were hurting him the way he trotted out of there, the way he didn't offer to run. I don't think his feet were hurting him, but worth looking at. What's his blood work look like? Tim will be on that today or the first of the week. He's going to need a week off anyway. But we'll sort this all out, and there will be a time when we'll get Delicious Stone squared away completely and be out in front of all these little things that are causing an issue. And when we do, I think we'll have a really nice horse on our hands. He's very able. He wants to do his work, I can tell you that. So we'll work towards that with him. And then Renegade Gypsy, shockingly, I got some emails last night. Now what with Renegade Gypsy? Okay, I get it. I made that tone up. It was an email. I made that tone up. That what are we going to do now kind of tone. I made that up. I don't know if that tone was in the email. I'm not surprised in the least. Nothing that he did last night surprised me. That's the horse I remember. Right? So a number of things go into that. Is it that he races better in the cooler weather of the fall? That's possible. Is it that he was just in a cheaper class and Ronnie drove him real good? That's possible also. So the conversation first and foremost will switch to Ron Burke and Ronnie Wren. What did you think of the horse? Yes, I have him in the sale. It's not that hard just to pluck him out, take him out of the sale. I'm sure the sale won't like it, but it's the way it is. What do you think of him? Where does he go from here? What would you like to see? Where would you like to see him go? I know a lot of people are like, let's bring him back to Ontario. 0% chance that will happen. He's not going back to Ontario. I'm not going to have another horse race in the middle conditions where he gets his head beat in near the top. And just so we're clear, he is not an open trotter. I know there's a lot of people saying, well, you said that about Walk on the Moon. And yes, it's going to happen where there are going to be horses that come forward that leave this barn. That's inevitable, right? Just the way it is. But Renegade Gypsy is not an open trotter. And somebody said, well, he's a better horse than White Tiger. He has never been, nor likely ever will be, a better horse than White Tiger. Just so we're clear. So let's just put that to bed right now. He's a nice trotter. Now he's 4. Now, to be fair, he's 4. Right? So that White Tiger comment is not fair. He may grow into be a better horse than White Tiger. I don't know. He's about 300 and some thousand behind him and 2 full seconds right now. Or 2 seconds right now. Second in a bit. But they're both good horses. I never offered to get rid of Renegade Gypsy because I think he's a bad horse. Horses that are not consistent don't need to be bad. Define bad. Once in a while, if you jump up and win in 53, that's awesome. But I need the consistency. Now, if he's going to put forth a consistent effort from here on in, like he did last fall, super. That would be great. No need to talk of selling him. I'll talk to Ron Burke. Ron, do you have room for him? Where would you like to race him? When Indiana closes, would you like to race him in Dayton? Do you want to take him to New Jersey with you? Do you have room? Because I can assure you that Ron Burke's clients do not want us encroaching on their horses racing. So if Renegade Gypsy being anywhere else with Ron Burke affects Weaver Buscemi, Larry Carr, all those guys, if it affects their horses in any way, shape, or form, then they just won't keep them. They'll just move them away. They'll just tell me to take them or whatever. And I don't blame them for that. Would you? So the conversation just needs to be had with Ronnie and Ronnie, both Ronnies. Just say, okay, what do you want to do with Renegade Gypsy? So I was happy with the way he raced. Very happy with tactical mounds. You could see she was a little rougher last night. Megan said she was tight over the back. You know, when you move from New Jersey, where she has these horses are creatures of habit, where they have a routine, and then you move them to Lexington, where it's a different routine. Then you ship them to Indiana. But it just shows her versatility. She didn't look 100% on last night, but took a new lifetime mark of 52. Just a tremendous filly, and Megan's done a great job with her. Scotty did a great job driving her. Ronnie did a great job with Renegade Gypsy. I said, hey, great job with Renegade Gypsy. Geez, he looked good. And then after Swinging Senorita's race, I said, you're back to sucking again. I said, don't worry. She's only made 2 breaks in her life. 2 in her life. So, I don't know. He said she was a little finicky with her mouth. I may have made a comment about cement hands. I can't remember the exact reference. Listen, Swinging Senorita is... I don't know why she made a break. I really can't tell you why. If I can go down and drive her for that last leg on the 3rd, which is right before we head to Harrisburg, then yes, I will go, because I definitely want that race to be a competitive one and an interesting one. I don't know what's going to happen with Harrisburg, and I certainly don't want her going in on 2 breaks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there, but it happens. What are you going to do? Oh, Ronnie's fault. Lots of horses made breaks on everybody, me included. Everybody. We talked about this the other day with Wallop, with Pickpocket. It happens. Even horses that show no breaks will once in a while make a break. And then a great race from Nothing But a Dreamer. A lot of people asking what's next for him. I suspect we'll race him in the first leg of the Harvest Series and offer him up for sale before the final. We generally do this to try and... It hasn't worked, actually. I tried to do it with Wallop. It didn't work. I tried to do it with another horse. It didn't work. You know, he's a nice trotter. And there are places for him. He can race in that 3-year-old, 3 and 4-year-old optional 50 claimer. He can trot in 54, and that's all they go, right? Unbeatable Kemp did that. So I already can tell you, I don't have to secretly price him. I can tell you he's probably worth, right now he goes for 75 in there. January 1st, he goes for 62.5. So I'm going to say you couldn't really sell him for less than 60,000 Canadian. It would make no sense, because we have a consistent class that fills for him every week. So he's an easier horse to price. Anywhere north of 60 Canadian is what he's worth. That's just that. So we'll see how things play out with him moving into the fall. We probably will race him in the Harvest Series and then offer him up for sale on Gate or Preferred. We have a number of horses we're looking to put on Preferred in the next little while also, just to rejuvenate our stable. We can't continue just racing horses year after year after year after year. We have to turn them over sometimes, and we likely will do that in the next little while. So a great day yesterday. It wasn't perfect. It was pretty good. We raced 6 and 3 were winners. Jakey Mickey Mantle raced good. Delicious Stone bled a little bit. Who was the other horse that we raced here? Just let me look. Oh yeah, Swinging Senorita made a break. I've already forgotten about it. Anyway, we got lots on the go today. Another action-packed day. I got it behind here. Absolute Euphoria races today, so excited to watch her race again. Think of Galaxies, I'm going to race her at 6:22 apparently. Spitfire Overseas race this night. That's a tough bunch in there. JK Victory, that's the highest claimer I've ever seen, $250,000 claimer, and he's picked for 2nd. So good luck to Ronnie and all of us with JK Victory. Alibaba, this will likely be her last start for us, as she is heading to the... No, I'll call you back. As she is heading to the sale next month, and a sliver of hope, my last start of the night, and then I may or may not be off to Corbin right after that race. We'll see. So with that, I'll let you go. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you're here in Ohio anywhere, pack an umbrella. It's raining. Everywhere else, I hope it's sunshine. Take care.